One of the most terrifying place called the Potato Chip Rock is located in San Diego, USA. The sun may be older than the earth, but the water we drink is older than the sun. The face of a black ant when zoomed in by camera.
I added a fact among these facts which is actually a myth. Let's see if you can find out, and I will tell you the answer at the end of the video.
An African wife left husband with 7 kids because of their poor condition. A tourist woman from Canada falls in love with a man, married him and adopted all the kids. The dates 4/4, April 4/6/6, June 6, 10/10, October 10 and 12/12, December 12 all fall on the same day of the week every year. These are known as the doomsdays. This is what sunscreen looks like through a UV camera when applied on skin. Romeo and Juliet was not a love story. It was just a 3 days relationship between a 13 years old and a 17 years old that caused 6 deaths. The show isn't animated, everything is made of clay and plastic. It takes a lot of work. Taking pictures, scenes, frames and combining them. It's known as stop-motion animation. Two beluga whales transported from Chinese aquarium to new open water ocean, and their smiles say it all. When Charlie Chaplin received his Oscar, he received a 12-minute standing ovation, which is longest in the Oscar history ever. The difference between poison and venom. If you bite it and you die, it's poisonous. If it bites you and you die, it's venomous. This is what happens when you increase the contrast on a dollar bill. If just 1.2% of the Sahara Desert is covered by solar panels, we could have produced enough energy to power the entire world. Your face turns red when you're angry because your heart is beating faster to send more blood to your muscles, preparing you for a fight. The woman has approximately 4.5 liters of blood in her, while men have 5.6 liters. Perfectly preserved 72-million-year-old dinosaur embryo has been discovered. During the 18th century, you could pay your admission ticket to the zoo in London by bringing a cat or a dog to feed the lions. X-ray of Nikola Tesla's foot, taken by himself on a device of his own design in 1896. Elephants rarely get cancer because they have 20 copies of a tumor-suppressing gene called p53. Meanwhile, humans only have 1 copy. The world record for the most non-stop push-ups is 10,507, set by a man named Minoru Yoshida in 1980. He's held the record for 40 years. World's shortest horror story consists of only 2 sentences. The last man on Earth sat alone in a room. There was a knock on the door. You can hear a blue whale's heartbeat from 2 miles away. We can't remember much of our first few years because the hippocampus wasn't developed enough to build a rich memory of an event. This young boy from Serang, Mizoram, accidentally ran over his neighbor's chicken. He took the chicken, ran to a nearby hospital, and with all the money he had, asked for help. This kind gesture won him a special prize at his school. These drawings were made by a mentally disturbed patient in mental hospital. The largest hotel in the world with a staggering 10,000 rooms is under construction in Saudi Arabia. A study found that skilled liars also have the ability to detect whether other people are lying as well. A Malayan griffon vulture showing off his fake eyes in attack mode. There is an underground vault that contains 500 seeds from every crop on Earth. It will be used as a last resort in the event of a nuclear war. Albert Einstein was tired of smiling on his 72nd birthday. So when a photographer asked him to smile, he posed like this. The world's hardest tongue twister is pad kiss poured curd pulled cod. Amazon and Rio Negro, world biggest rivers meets but never mix because of the difference in temperature, density and speed. Israel's new camouflage technology can make soldiers virtually invisible. The Russian Navy reported that 3 divers were killed and others injured by humanoid creatures in silver clothing in the depths of Lake Baikal. Hand-carved 1920s Mercedes hearse. The world's largest bees make some of the world's most cherished honey. It's known as mad honey. People in the Himalayas scale huge dangerous cliffs to harvest this honey. The Burj Khalifa is so tall that residents above the 80th floor have to wait 2 to 3 minutes longer to end Ramadan. Nepalese climbers removed 2.2 tons of garbage from Everest while the tourists were away due to COVID-19 pandemic. The sign installed between a butcher shop and a skateboard store in Nantes, France. There were 14 different species of humans, 13 of them fully died out, except you Homo sapiens. Scientists have discovered that wax worms can eat and break down one of the most common plastics, polyethylene, into organic compounds. The perfectly timed photo of a plane flying past a crescent moon looks like a sword. Tokyo is the safest city in the world. A 6-year-old can travel in their public transport on their own. The man survived for 2 months in the car after being frozen under ice. All he ate was snow and survived due to igloo effect. If space wasn't soundproof, we would hear the sun burning at over 100 decibels or as loud as a chainsaw from 5 meters away. This is how enemy aircraft were detected before the invention of radars.
So are you ready for the answer? Here it is.
I felt pretty strongly that this claim wasn't true, but in the interest of fairness, I decided to find out myself by snapping a photo of a dollar bill and adjusting the contrast using Photoshop. As you'll see, my results didn't quite turn out the same way.